I love ya. Good morning. And I don't know the rest of the song. Hi, everybody. Good morning. Facebook's working. Yay. Yay. I was like yesterday going, what? They've got it fixed, so that's a good thing. So we're back on Restream, which makes so much easier for the giveaway, right? Good morning, Kelly. Whoever the first person that said morning, I only see your Facebook user, so that is a thing to know. You drank your chocolate fudge today. Oh, I haven't had a sip of coffee yet. I'm still drinking my breakfast. You know, Danny Moon, good morning. I'm glad you're feeling, I hope you're feeling better. I know you're back talking to the world, but that doesn't always mean we feel great, right? So I hope you're feeling better. She's been very sick. If everybody could send her love and light, it'd be fabulous. What are we giving away today? What are we giving away today? Today, we are giving away, if I can get the flash and the shine, a Labradorite point, y'all. Pay attention. There you go. Not you, but the camera. Laboradite point is what we're giving away today, everybody. Right? We're going to do, I think we're doing, I believe we're doing a couple hours worth of sale tonight. I'm hoping your tummy can take it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Heidi and Tammy and Raquel. Good morning, everybody, Bradley. Yeah, they took care of me yesterday. It wasn't just me, thankfully. So that's plus. Good morning, Emily. What else what do we have going on? I think we're going to have a small crystal sale tonight because we're going to be working on the floor all weekend, and I'm going to have my office after next week. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm carrying all my stuff. Actually, from the corner here, you can actually see the green screen. All my stuff needs to be rearranged, and I need to get rid of that. It's fun to play with, but I don't have time to set it up all the time. Oh, well. So yeah, it is a beautiful lab point. Where did I put it? It is beautiful, has great flash. We have a bunch of good lab in, but the lighting we had in the room before didn't show it. So we have it, and I will be putting it up online today. If you've been on our mystical crystals, you'll have noticed that. Let's see if we can add one. Yeah, here's our mystical crystals. I've been putting things up on the sale. It's just been, pick it off the number kind of thing. You guys have been having fun. You guys have been doing really good picking stuff up. But I will put some lab out today that has some really incredible flash for you guys to pick from if you'd like to. Tammy, I am in pack mode, girl. That has been my job the last day and today as well. So and she knows what I'm talking about. So I hope everybody's having a great morning. I have to tell you, I kind of got knocked for a loop yesterday. I didn't anticipate doing any kind of channeling yesterday like that. Now, when I'm reading, sorry, when I'm reading, I'm generally channeling. Most psychics are channeling when they're reading. They get information. They're getting information from maybe the person they're working with guide, correct? So they're speaking to somebody's guide, so they're bringing that information in from that. That is channeling, unless they're getting just they're picking up an image of something in their field, then that is just more psychic communication, correct? So when we are talking to guides and we're bringing it across and we're sharing messages, dang it, then that is a form of channeling, which I do all the time. I'm constantly doing channeling, and I guess we're going to do some mediumship today. From what I'm told, really, I had no problem with my throat before I started this morning. So, do you have lab with pink, purple flash? I think we have one piece, Sonia, but I've been watching some. I can get some pink purple in if you want it in larger pieces, but I think I have a smaller piece that has pink purple in it. So yesterday kind of threw me for a loop. The whole Ashtar thing threw me for a loop. This is my Lisa didn't sleep face. I laid down to go to bed last night, and it was like in my face right then. And I actually said out loud, "We're not doing this tonight." And Sam rolled over and he goes, "What are we not doing?" like there was some surprise or something, right? And I went, nothing. And he goes like, no, really, what are we not doing? And I said, I'm actually having a conversation over here. So I'll let you know later. And it was me saying, I'm going to bed. This is not my time to work. You can talk to me at 6 o'clock in the morning. Start talking to me at 6 o'clock in the morning. I'll remember better then. Oh, no, no, no. My guides are usually great about this, right? Great about this. And they said, oh, no, we have things to work on. Like, I worked on coding all night, putting together some kind of program. It felt like a web page. And I'm going, I was supposed to be sleeping. I mean, I'm in my dream going, I'm supposed to be sleeping, you guys. This is not supposed to be. And anyhow, so we chatted all night long. Do I have time for the possible sale tonight? 7 o'clock. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Let's do 6 because we're going to do between 6 and 8. It is only going to be 2 hours. New stuff. 6 hours or 2 hours. You see the Freudian slip there? It's only going to be 2 hours. It's new stuff. What do we have new? A bunch of new stuff. What do we have new? I can't even tell you all the stuff we have new. I just can't. It's a huge amount. So we're putting out new stuff. You do lots of works and dreams. Sometimes it feels like I never slept. Well, see, I have parameters set with my guides, and they're really good about it. They're really, really good about it. And when I say I don't want to work between this time and this time, but I guess Ashtar takes the cake on that, and he gets to say when. What class is tonight, if any? There is no class tonight. Today is a release of the Going to Ground meditation. Actually, it's already public. I've been very horrible about posting when things have gone public this week. But yes, that is actually public right now. So you guys can go catch that guided meditation shamanic journey right now in the membership. So what released this week? I posted the mediumship class. I posted the class on somebody help me. What was last week's class? That's how much work I've done this week in my brain. And then I posted the intuitive development class, the interview with Katya is up, and so is the going to ground meditation. Who saw? We can see you, Diana. Oh, you're in a parking lot because you don't have service at home. Oh no. No, he's not done, Suze Wilcox. He's not done. Matter of fact, he wanted to come across this morning, and it's probably why my throat is in this clearing process, because I'm not cooperating. And not that that's a bad thing that I'm not cooperating, but he's very pushy about this. And the next time we do this, it's going to be a setup. I'm going to have a moderator, and it's going to be a setup situation so that people can ask questions to him rather than me just speak. And somebody said yesterday, did she actually slip off into trance? Yes, I absolutely slipped off into trance for a little bit. And you can keep that snow in Missouri. We don't want it in Oklahoma. Okay, I'm serious, legit here. We don't want it. Internet's going down everywhere with the 60-mile-an-hour winds. Yeah, I agree, Lori. I think that would be best. It was something I kind of did have a discussion with him last night when I was laying there for 2 hours before I could even go to sleep. So here's the problem with me. 5 minutes of laying in my bed and not going to sleep is an insomnia problem. A couple hours and I am ready to start throwing myself around the bed like a 5-year-old having temper tantrums. It's horrible. It's no cool. Lori Spears, blizzard there. Oh, will it be a continuation of dreams? Why do we have continuation of dreams previous? Because they're not done. You're still trying to get information. It's been too warm. Yeah, there's There's Katya. Did everybody see Katya's? I'm saying it right too today because I have changed the spelling in my brain to Katya. Have you guys seen? If you're on the membership, have you gone and checked out her interview? Katya is always welcome to put her links up on my page. She is always welcome to do that. She's such a bright light. She's just, I was dead serious when I said, I can't even believe how much I missed her. When I first heard her voice, I'm like, oh, there you are. Snowing in Lower Michigan also, Dennis. This is not the things I want to hear, okay? Because where are you in Lower Michigan? Have we talked about this before? Where are you in Lower Michigan? Because we're going to be up by Toledo, toodly-doo, at the end of the month. And I don't want to hear about snow. I want to hear about it. Okay. My crystal made it here yesterday. Yes. We're getting all of, love you, Katya, love you. All these, Marshall, Michigan, Marshall. It's got to be over. Okay, no big deal. I was just like, Lower Michigan. I'm from Monroe, so well, kind of Monroe. I'm from Erie, which is coming home. Emily, we're coming home for a long weekend. We're celebrating Christmas. We did not celebrate Christmas with the family yet, so we're celebrating Christmas at the end of January, beginning of February. Raining in Sandusky. Yes, Katya is amazing. If you guys are part of the membership, please go check out the interview. I have a chance to get some sick Super 7, you guys. Big chunks of Super 7. And I turned them down yesterday. We're 69. Oh, okay. I know exactly where you're at then. I know exactly where you're at. Okay. Gotcha. I'm in Macomb, Michigan. It's not snowing there yet. Macomb. I've been to Macomb. We will be spending quite a bit of time in that area this year. So not in Macomb, but in Toledo area. I think we should get together and do stuff. I have no problem having drumming circle at the house. And what we're doing is we're getting it. Okay, we're not going to talk about that. Okay. All right. Hi, Tammy. All right, here we are, everybody. Let's move on. We're going to pull cards today. We're giving away Laboradite. We're giving away. Come on, work with me here. Work with me. There we go. See that? You just have to have a good light, y'all. A really pretty piece of Laboradite. Toledo. I can't stand Toledo. You know, it's one of those towns, and tell me if you guys have ever experienced this. Because you turned on Super 7. And I'm sorry, no, it was not Super 7. It was Orlite 23. Big red capped chunks of Orlite 23. Oh, Dennis, I'm all about having drum circle and a great big bonfire. Heck yeah. We have a great big farm. Well, not a great big farm. It's only 12 acres, but to us, it's a nice size. And I have a sacred ring out front. So, yay. Okay, we'll talk about it. It'll be so much fun. It really would be. We have the horses and maybe baby horses by then. Okay, so have you ever driven by someplace, whether it's a town or a city or a home? Hey, Tammy Nelson. You need red. Last specimen, don't have much red. I will talk to them and see what they say. There's a couple really pretty pieces. I saw one that I really liked. And I'll see. In a tent. We have people come tent at our place. Okay. But have you ever driven by someplace and just, and I'm going to correlate this to something else in a minute. If you've ever driven by some city or town or place, a home, an abandoned home or whatever, even an occupied home, and gone, holy crap, I don't like that energy. Hi from Greenland. We are working on messages. Who's ever done that? Who's ever driven by someplace or walked by someplace and experienced a feeling of, don't stop there for gas? Most of Arkansas. That's a joke. It's a joke. Okay. We have a funny joke. It is Toledo. It is Toledo. You can be on 475 going around Toledo, and just know you do not want to get on an off ramp to get gas. It's the feeling. You do that when you're in West Virginia? I get that too. I get that too. Although I do love green sulfur or white sulfur springs. I do like white sulfur springs. We've been there a couple times. And yeah, there's a lot of sketchy places in West Virginia because they say, get off here. There is a gas station. Have you done that in West Virginia, Denny? Get off here. There's a gas station 5 miles down the road. You passed a herd of goats, and there might be a gas station. Okay. But Toledo has a vibe. The whole place feels hinky. And it's because there's a lot of frustration in that town. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of anger. There's a lot of issues, and it resonates off of it. It resonates. So the same thing goes. Yes, I had to tell nurse tell me when leaving St. Vincent's, don't stop until you get to Oregon Navarre Avenue. Right? Just don't stop. That's legit leaving St. Vincent's, right? It's scary. St. Vincent's is right off the highway, if I'm not mistaken, and Freeman Street's right over there. And we used to live there when we first got married. Sam grew up there, and it used to be a really beautiful neighborhood, and then it turned into Cracktown. We moved. I left because I was home one day, and I come home with the kids, and Sam and my father-in-law were off doing a sales call, and they were gone for days. And I heard something crash in the basement. Well, they had glass down there because they made glass doll cases. And I didn't go down because I thought, those damn cats. Thank God I didn't go down. People had broken into the house through the basement, or they got out the basement. They had come in the house and got out the basement. And I was home with a baby. Yeah, I don't do Ohio. Don't do Toledo. Poor people died in the house. Yeah, they were over. Aw. We did that in Arizona, and then we ran out of gas. Oh, well, I don't know. There are very, very sketchy places. So here's the same thing. We think about that those areas, those towns, they have issues. They have conflicting emotions. They have people that have argued. They have crap, right? Now correlate that to somebody that you walk by that feels that way. As an empath, what do? We usually step aside a little bit, right? Or we leave the room, or we don't even go to their home or whatever, because they have those same issues. While we cannot heal Toledo, Ohio by listening to it, actually we probably could if we were the government officials, but we can do something for our fellow man, can't we? We can listen, and we can offer energy if they are open to it. We never do an energy exchange without permission, right? We always make sure that we have permission to work in somebody's energy, because if you don't, you're being very rude, and you never know what you're going to run up to. Okay. But the same can be said for loving somebody and loving them for where they are on their journey. So this is a story I'm going to tell. People like, pull a card and give the Labradite away, for crying out loud. This is a lab point we're giving away today, you guys. Really pay attention, camera. Pay attention. Really pretty little lab point. It was between this and a bangle bracelet. The bangle bracelet's going to be given away tonight. Between 6 and 8 on the Our Mystical Crystals page, we're going to have a short sale. There's a person at work that I'll say good morning to, whether or not, but I stay away from, right? You just try to inject a little happiness into their life, just a tiny bit, and then move on. That's sometimes the best we can do. Well, this is probably another thing. Do you remember when they found the little girl murdered in the movie theater? I don't. I'll come back to you, Tracy Henderson. Let me finish this, or I will. Yeah, don't go park downtown Cleveland unless you want your car stolen. His car was broken into. Sorry. I am sorry, because I didn't even read that part yet. I was laying down to go to bed last night. Futile attempt. And I saw something online that I never pay attention to. Matter of fact, I don't even know why this person was on my feed. I don't care whether you hurt me in high school. I don't care if you were mean to me in high school. You know, high school was 30 years ago, right? High school was 30 years ago. And a guy I went to school with in high school was posting some really deep stuff. And I remember him from 5th grade, him and another guy named John. And it was really hateful. They were very, very hateful to me. And I didn't know it. I was very naive. I was very stupid as a kid. I mean, I walked through life like, do. And they called me some names that were, whoa. Now I know, right? But I went home that night and we always had dinner at the table when we were very young. We always had dinner at the table. And I'm sitting at the table with my parents and our family. And I said, Mom, these kids are picking on me. And they called me blah, blah, blah. I thought my mom was going to fall out of her chair. I will never forget this. I thought my mom was going to fall out of her chair. This and one dirty joke that I didn't know was a dirty joke that I told at the table. I don't know. These are two memories I have. And my mom was like a badger. Okay. She really was. My mom went to school and had a fit, a total fit. These kids got in trouble. Okay. So they're in a lot of trouble because they're using words that they shouldn't even know in the 5th grade. And so this guy last night, now I'm sure he probably tormented me through the rest of school, but that was just a memory I had because my parents had that reaction they had, right? So he probably tormented me. We had we were not popular in school. Our house burnt down. They picked on us for that. My parents lived in a bus with my other siblings. I lived in a friend's house because, I know it sounds crazy. We lived in a bus, right? But it's what we had because the house burnt down and the bus was parked right next to the house. And it was a problem, right? A kid's going to latch onto that in high school, correct? They're going to they're going to run with that shit. So anyhow, this guy posts last night and he says, does anybody else think about the damage we did to other people when we were younger and the things that we said that might have hurt them and influenced and changed the perspective of their whole life? Does anybody feel the guilt that I feel about this? And I didn't bring my phone. Bless America. And I was like, I read it. And he's never on my feed. And I read it and I typed out something to the effect of bus was made into a camper. Right. It was made into a camper. You don't remember. Angel doesn't remember much because she was very young. And I typed out to the effect of, that everybody is put in place for purposes. When I said, I know it sounds corny, but I hope it helps you because everybody is put into a place for a purpose. And you can either watch somebody else learn from the experiences that they had 30 years ago, or you can watch them revolve in that issue. But know that everything we've done has been placed in front of everybody else for their benefit, whether it was a negative thing like that or a positive thing where you save somebody from drowning. We all have our roles and we can either sink or swim. And actually, once you've experienced it, it's your personal choice whether you sink or swim. The other thing is the same can be said for the person that did the damage. I said, just the fact that you're thinking about your effect that you had on somebody from 30 years ago shows growth. So you have been changed by it as well. And I hope that being one of the people that I know he has to remember as torturing in high school, that was helpful. Because honestly, we all have the choice to sink or swim. We all have that choice. We can decide to live right here, right now. Enjoy every damn moment that we're living right now, because it's right now. Everything else doesn't exist anymore, right? Anytime you pull up a memory, you're reliving anxiety or joy. What do you plan to do? I know, Lori, that's why he was on my feed yesterday. And I hope he took it to heart. I really, really did. Because I know that we have been in the office more than one time together, him and I, when we were kids. And I know that his buddies could say the same thing and it wouldn't make a difference. But I hope my saying it does. Because honestly, I look at what he called me now. I go, I would still wash my kid's mouth out with soap if they said something like that. Oh my gosh. But it was his, what Lori Spears, it was his way of apologizing. And he was a horrible kid. He really was just like, oh. And it was a blanket thing. He was asking for forgiveness. Who else feels this issue? And did I go in and go, oh, you're forgiven? No. That would mean I'm still holding it. I'm not holding it. I don't think anybody should be bullied. Don't get me wrong. That's not it. I can look back at my experiences and go, but we don't live there. We don't live there. We live right here. And it is, it's so important, especially when you're on a spiritual journey, to realize that right here and right now, this is where it's important. Right now. And not 5 minutes from now either, because what do we do? We build scenarios in our brain and we're going, oh my God, tomorrow is going to be, oh my gosh. Now this is, okay. I'm not going to lie and say I don't do this. If I'm going to a doctor's appointment the next day or in a week or in a month, I've already put my stress there. My friends, when I go have a doctor's appointment, generally don't know until right before I go, because I can't talk about it. I can't even, the smell of the doctor's office puts me in panic mode. And I lose my breath and just thinking about it. See, I don't even have a doctor's appointment, because I have said that in this lifetime, I'm going to be the very healthiest I can. and I have manifested health. I've also manifested skipping menopause. Ask me, I'll tell you. No. But it's funny because I went into the doctor and I hadn't been in like 15 years, and I went in for a checkup, right? You know, ladies. And he goes, well, you're going to start needing medications and blah, blah, blah. And I went, he thought I was kidding. I said, no, I've opted out. I've opted out of menopause. And he goes, well, you can't opt out of menopause. And I said, really? Okay. All right. Okay. I just agreed with him, and I've opted out. It's worked. So I'm the same way with the dentist as well. Yeah, the dentist, forget about it. The last time I went into the dentist, I went in for a checkup because I had bruised something in my mouth. I bit on something and I bruised something. I thought I broke a tooth, which scares me more to have something like that happen than have a filling. So I went in and the lady's like doing x-rays. How long have you been since you've been to the dentist? I said, I don't know, about 20 years. I know, let's all skipping menopause. And she's like, oh my gosh. So she goes to do x-rays and my teeth are perfect. I don't have a cavity. And I used to have cavities all the time when I was a kid. I don't have any cavities, any tartar, any nothing. And I get to the dentist and he goes, how do your teeth look like this? I said, I clean them myself. He goes, where do you get tools to clean your own teeth? I said, Walmart. Where else did you get it? So I do. I clean my own teeth. And I have no problems. The less time I spend in the doctor's office. Now, if I spent more time in the doctor's office, they would prescribe more things, which would cause more problems, blah, 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 blah. That's my theory. But it's the way I live. Oh my God. I will never forget our trip to the eye doctor with my dear Lisa. Who is this? Who is this? Is this somebody who knows me? Like personally? Did I take somebody to eye doctor with me? No. Eye doctors don't scare me. Chiropractors don't scare me either. Radiation put you into instant menopause. I have no symptoms, no hot flashes, no nothing, and I don't take hormones or anything, right? I'm not saying that it is a willful thing for everybody. I'm really not. It is actually something I've thought about not my whole entire life, but you get to a point where you're like, oh, medical, bring it. And I just said, oh, it's Allie. What? I don't like the doctor. But Allie, can you validate my mental status before going to her? The last doctor said, we went to pick up my glasses. The last doctor said, call us a week in advance and we'll get you 4 days worth of pills before you come in. It's so funny. It's ridiculous. It is an involuntary reaction to some type of trauma that I haven't figured out yet. It's probably past life. As a matter of fact, I know it's past life, but I haven't figured it out yet. Who else has something silly like that? Let's pull a card. Now that I've just thrown myself totally under the bus. Oh, I love doing that. Okay. So this is the lab point we're giving away today, you guys. The lab point we're giving away today. Really pretty flash on it. Really pretty flash. Somebody's brain works in song lyrics. That's a lot of times that's your guides trying to get messages across. All the things we ignore from our guides, right? You know what? How do you mean? How do you mean? How do you mean? Danny Moon, I've lost myself in the feed. I have no idea where we're at on that. I have a friend who tried to steal my boyfriend. So 30 years later, I let her back into my life. She tried to do it again. She has issues, doesn't she? She has issues. Yeah, and who knows what the bully was experiencing at the times as well as he acted out. So if I was to guess, I would guess he was going through a lot of trauma at home. Yeah. You only have today. You only do. You only have today. Okay. So I'm going to answer this, Nikki Stevens. Congratulations, by the way. Let's throw a huge congratulations out to her. 6 months clean. I have an interview yesterday for my dream job. How can I manifest this job? Put yourself in the desk in the situation where you're enjoying the hell out of it. And you've already manifested the interview. So what makes this any more difficult? Manifest the phone call that you're just having the blast, jumping around, enjoying the moment when they call you to say, we want that either second interview or we want you to come work. That's how you manifest. You live in the joy of it. You live in the joy of it. Write it down, talk to your guides, practice just whatever you would be doing in that job and having a good time at it in your head. That's how you manifest it. You're cute, Allie. You're cute. Allie's super cute. Danny Moon, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you. Danny had a very serious health situation. And I'm going to assume I know what the situation here is. And while we are spiritual practitioners, we still are humans, you guys. And when we have issues that we are pulled away from, or we need to be down and we need to heal ourselves, and we still feel like we're pulled in a million different directions, it does not make us less of a spiritual teacher, less of a spiritual person, less of a healer, less of anything. It does make us human. Guess what? We signed up for every experience that we're going through at the moment. And there's a lesson. That's all I can tell you, Danny. There's a lesson that you've been experiencing. I messaged you back yesterday said, okay. That's very, I messaged you back yesterday and said, hey, I don't have time for a session, but I do have time to talk. Because sometimes We need someone to talk to and bounce something off of, and not a reading or a healing session. And that is what I felt you needed at that moment. So that's why I messaged you back yesterday, because I felt like you had to put something out there because you had a lot of anxiety. Obviously, you were under anxiety because of health issues, okay? But you're going through a growth lesson right now. And it's a lot of people are going through. I'm going through a growth lesson right now. Oh my gosh, huge growth lesson. I'm getting there, but I'm still not liking it. And I'm working on it. So you're going through a lesson and learning how to cut some things that you don't have control over, release some shit, and it's personal shit where we feel as if somebody may be beating against us and limiting some of the things we can do, or asking too much of us, right? Who's on here is an intuitive? Give me a hands up, you guys. Who on here does any type of healing sessions or psychic work? Who on here teaches, reads, heals, all those things? I need a hand. Animal communication, all of it. I need a hand. Give me a me. You have to move through a lot. You have to move through the anger to get to the other side. I get it. I get it. My guides this morning are talking about putting together a pack of readers. They were talking about it, like, making my brain hurt. Let me get through some other stuff first. Okay, look at all you guys. Okay. Who in here has had somebody find that out and befriend you because of it? Who in here has had somebody that, oh, Tammy, you're working on it. You're doing great, girl. Has had somebody purposely make a friend out of you to try and gain something? Right? I need you to see you're not alone. People get into our lives purposefully. Yeah. See, look at everybody. Everybody that said yes is saying yes. Not you, Allie. But it's important to know that we're not alone in this. Okay. If you meet me on the street, you can ask Allie this. Allie, if you were to meet me on the street, would you know what I do for a living? I'm waiting for Allie. I'm a very private person, believe it or not. Here I sit on Facebook. Hi, world. I'm a very, very, yeah, not a chance. You wouldn't know what I do. When I first started, I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm a Reiki master and I'm a shaman and I'm a this and I'm a that. I got blah, 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 blah. And you know what those are? You know what those are? Those are classes. I took classes. And I thought it made me everything. And so I talked about it all the time. And I ran into a lot of static. I ran into a lot of people that wanted to be friends, right? I'm going to be a friend. And oh, that's right. Emily's there too. She wouldn't have known either. So when I started to, because I had a time that I stopped because I was like, I'm not getting anywhere doing any of this, right? What I was doing was not effective. I had not found peace yet. I had not found my quiet. I was living 10 minutes from now, and I'll just tell you guys, every single reading I get says, Lisa's going to be on television. That's why Sonia Hamburger with her television. I think it was Sonia. Was it Sonia? I don't remember. Lisa's going to be on television. What was the other one that really just disturbed me? It's something really, really big's coming, and I'm going to make over a lot of money. Well, what this did to me was it gave me stress, and I had I was living 5 minutes from now. And I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? Spirit expects so much of me. What am I supposed to be doing? So I stressed myself out and I stepped back from doing anything. And I actually stopped for a couple years. And when I started back up again, I went, it was like I had an epiphany. Spirit didn't expect me to do anything. Spirit says, it's laid in front of you if you want it. What do you want in life? And I went, oh, well, do I want to be famous? No. Do I need to be a guru? No. Do I care? Well, no, that's not the right word. Do I have to be on television? No. Oh, thank God. You think the doctor scares you. And I sat back and I said, it was an epiphany. I had to sit back and go, I was trying to be all of the things that everybody thought that an intuitive was. And then I was believing that my guide said, this is what's going to happen. And you will do this. And really what I needed to understand was it was laid before me and it was available if I wanted it. I don't want to be any kind of Long Island medium. I love teaching. And I think that's when I settled into that knowledge that that's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to be a teacher and help other people regardless of who my teacher was, because I have no problem telling people I've never taken a class in Akashic Calls ever. Never. I've never taken a class in the Violet Flame ever. But do I work there? Constantly. Why? Because my education came from source. And I live with that knowledge and move forward in that knowledge. And then I know that I'm working from the heart, because they came forward and said, hey, you've been doing enough work. Let's work into the Violet Flame. And the first time that happened, I'm like, what the hell is happening? Yeah, we get stuck, right? Good morning, Jamie Helen. We get stuck because our guides come in and they say something to us, or they give us a hint, or they go and they tell you this. And then what do? We pattern our whole life after it. I don't even know how we got here in this conversation. But we have to follow our own beat. Even when it comes to our guides, we have to go, okay, that's a great thing. And I can incorporate that some way or another, but you can't set everything according to what your guides say or in a reading. Okay, not your guides so much as in within readings and advice. Okay. Honestly, we have to find our own appropriate way for healing. Not everybody's going to be healed the same way, right? Yeah, you get visions, and Jennifer feels this way. I've been getting visions and keep getting visions, and it throws me off. I needed to hear this. We're given a blueprint. Do we follow it? We don't have to. Anybody that's in my shamanic apprenticeship will tell you the first couple journeys that we do, the first 3 months of journeys that we do. Let me get this link because we have something coming up, you guys, that I should have been talking about. Actually, and the reason I'm going to talk about it is because it's only a week away, and I don't want you guys to miss it. In our journeys, it's important to engage our activity in our brain. It's important to engage our imagination. Okay, this link here, guys, that I just put up is to the shamanic a free shamanic class that I'm doing next Friday. I'm going to do a 2-hour free class on shamanic journey, how it works, why it works, how to get into it, the type of music to listen for it. We're going to do a guided journey to your animal totems in this session. So go to that link. It'll take you through signing up for it, and you'll be on the list for the guided journey. So when we have guides, drop things in front of us. We can take advantage of us or not take advantage of it or not. But when we are working with our guides and we're doing shamanic journey in the beginning of the apprenticeship, I don't give everybody a lot of structure. I say, this is how to journey. This is where I'd like you to end up, but I want you to do your own damn thing to get there. I want you to fly like a bird. I want you to run like a gazelle. I want you to get in there, have a blast, stand on a cliff, feel the winds. And I had somebody just went and said, feel the winds of Dover, feel the cliffs of Dover. You know, standing on the cliffs of Dover. Wouldn't that be the most amazing feeling? Have I ever been there? Not in this lifetime, but I can feel it because I can imagine it. Yeah, Kelly Hansen, I'm sorry. I worked on that last night. None of that is easy. It should be fixed. Can you test it for me and see if it's fixed? It should give you a countdown. Can you let me know if that happens? So if you guys didn't get a countdown when you signed up for that thing, make sure you go back and do it again because I screwed it up. It's the story of my life. Sometimes. Will we get an email with the link? Yes. Yes, you'll get an email with a link. Yeah, you know what, Bradley, go back and redo it. Somebody sent me that last night and said that, and I had to go back in and fix it because it attached the wrong form. Heidi, gonna fly like an eagle through the sea. Okay. Thank you. So it's important when I don't even know where we're talking about now. We're gonna pull a card. I'm so confused. Got the countdown. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So here's the lab point we're giving away today. Nice little flashy guy, right? Yes, flashy. Yes, you have to let go and fly. And if you go to fly within your journey, do it. Oh my gosh, it is the most amazing experience. Shamanic journey is a whole different thing, you guys. It is, it's not your typical meditation. It is theta brainwave, color and light and sensation and smell and experience. It is amazing. In a word, it is amazing. Changed my life. It really did. It changed my whole life. Yeah, it works now. Thank you. Orgating. Right. Yes. Orgating. We're getting to that point within some of the shamanic. It was a great tangent, very meaningful. I hope so, Danny, because you have some cords to cut to some thoughts on what you're responsible for. Yeah, you really do. You're not responsible for anybody else's issues, by the way. Okay. We're to the point on the shamanic apprenticeship for several of the students where it is time for the shamanic rebirth, and their guides come in and they have issues with their guides. Not issues, there's animal totems, but their animal totems assist them in rebirth. We'll just put it that way. Assist them in rebirth. So that's one way to put it. In a huge way. All right, so let's just moving on. Okay, so it will be recorded, you guys. It will be recorded. I have to change the time on one of the emails because it says in 50 minutes afterwards, you'll send out a recording of the actual event. I'm like, no, that ain't gonna happen. It takes me a couple hours to get stuff done. Okay, there's so many amazing energies here. Absolutely. Hey, Allie, what are you doing? What are you doing, Allie? My guide put me in his mouth and spit me out. Not time. I love that. I'm glad they were testing you out though, going, no, not cooked yet. Yeah, I saw you, Jennifer, yesterday. It's like, oh my gosh. Are you taking a day off to work today, Allie Rosebrock? Man, I need a cigarette. Allie's internet is iffy. I was going to see if Allie wanted to come online. Harry Potter? You're still binging Harry Potter? Are you camera ready? Do you have signal? You want to come online for a minute? She's binge watching Harry Potter. Okay, so the deck I'm using today, I have rambled on for a long time. Oracle of the Fairies. Look at me. I'm like, what deck is this? I don't even know. Oracle of the Fairies is the deck I'm using today. It is by Karen K. Beautiful deck. Beautiful deck. Okay. Sure. Okay. So let me see if I can figure this out. Hold on one second, Allie. All right. I'm going to send you a Facebook message. Hold, please. We have really high winds here, so she's like, what the heck? Why, that's a beautiful, beautiful picture of a horse you have there, Allie. There's the link. If you can get the link to work, if you can get it to link. Right? Okay, so I'm going to read from this card and see if you are actually successful in getting in. Some people it works for, some people it doesn't. Okay. Card. Oh, wow. Oh, I don't think I've used these cards. I think I might, though. I like them. Temptation. Look at that, you guys. Isn't that stunning? Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit? This is for Danny Moon. Perhaps one might make you feel guilty. I didn't read that part. Oh my gosh. The fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever it's guise, which also means the temptation to be the person that is always there for everybody. And even though they feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions, you do not have to step into that temptation of being the savior. By the way, I hear the word. You're not the savior of these people. They can rescue themselves. Right? Is that about hit home, Danny? Is that about doing it? She's on here. She is sick. She's not feeling very well. And I'm sure that there's been little compassion show. I'm sure there's people that are compassionate, but there's also people that are pulling her in a million different directions and have expectations. So yeah. Okay. I haven't seen Allie pop up yet. So let's do this. We're going to pull through. I'm going to go with when we need a message, man, we need a message. This is for Michael K. Michael K, I don't need the cards. I don't need the cards. Cards are beautiful. And we'll pull a card if they tell me to pull a card. So we're going to do some readings, you guys. And then we're going to give this Labradorite away. I was kind of giving a little bit of time to see if Allie wanted to pop on and maybe do an animal reading. But I hear my guide. I have one guide that sings, and he's like, one foot in front of the other. Soon you'll be walking out the door. And that is from where? Movie trivia time. We should have movie trivia time with our guides here, right? It is actually, I know where it's from. It is from the old claymation stop animation, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And it is from when the moment where I think it's Santa Claus is telling Rudolph to come out of that damn cave. Come out of the cave, come out, be open. And normally I say you're moving on away from one thing to another, but they're actually saying, hey, you've got this little cocoon of safety here. When are you going to step out of that? And when are you going to become? You guys are talking about when are you going to become? That's what the words they use. Not when are you going to become this or when are you going to become that, but when are you going to become who you're supposed to be. Move forward. You're going through a transition. You're going to level up. A lot of us are leveling up right now. I got to tell you, I'm a little nervous about it myself. I get it. So you're becoming something, and they want you to step into it and feel that. Okay. So I've been on the Lisa page and now just realized it. So, hey, and Lisa, you've been talking to my soul today. I didn't even remember what I was talking about. So we're just rambling on. The dentist sing it. Somebody sang it. You're working on it. You're good, Allie. I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to ramble on for a little bit longer. We're going to go with Suze Wilcox. Suze Wilcox. Suze, I want to talk about your clairs. Let's talk about clairs. I want to talk about your clairs. I feel like the level up never stops. You're right, it doesn't, but we're going in chunks at the moment. So Suze, I want to talk about when I get a couple things. Okay. When when I know somebody works with angels and may or may not realize it, I get this feeling right here. It feels like somebody does this. I have no idea why. This is Metatron. This is angels. This is Ezekiel. This is Michael. I mean, we just go with it. And I think that you feel presence of individuals around you and may not even realize what you're doing. Okay. You kind of just feel like, oh, maybe I feel a little bit protected. I feel a little bit more secure. Maybe you feel a flutter in the air, or you feel an energy shift. This is archangels. And I also need you to know that your guardian angel follows you very closely. Has anybody experienced an earthquake in the South? Has there anybody anything like that? Please tell me no, you guys. This is absolutely totally unrelated to Suze. I just remembered that we talked about an earthquake yesterday. I haven't heard of one, and I'm sure somebody would have messaged me. So, Suze, I want you to start paying more attention to that. I want you to pay more attention to because they actually, a lot of my guides come forward in movie references where you ever see the old Disney cartoons where and I don't want you to take anything by this part of it. The vultures, there's three of them that they're funny, they're cute, they're lovable, they're great. That is the energy that your guides are like, we're very fun loving. We're very excited to be around her. We're very enthusiastic about her journey right now. And we want her to excel. There's something coming up for you that you may trip over just a little bit. And they're like, but we're there to help you. We're there to help you. Accept it. Accept it. So when you're feeling that stress and that pressure, accept the feeling, call in Archangel Michael and really bring in that beautiful light blue light into your heart, and you will feel protected. Oh, there's Allie. Allie just popped up. Oh, it's a party now. It's a party now. Okay. Y'all get to see Allie. She's still settling in. She's not quite ready yet. She'll wave her hand in the air at me when she's ready because I only see her chin. I see from her chin down she needs to adjust her camera. Lots of insomnia. It's a thing going on. No earth shakes in Florida. It's going to be south. That's all I know. It's not Florida. It's not the United States. It's south. That's all I know. That's all I know. Yeah, sounds like train horns. Right? I've sat through one before. It scared the living hell out of me. Is it possible to be close to a guide and dependent? Too close to a guide. This is a really good question. So, Jennifer, what I'm going to tell you with that is, as I am posing the question, I have Michael pop up a lot. Like my lip is on just burning. If you feel like it is too close, then it's time to step away, and that guide has overworked its opportunities to help you. Okay, like not in a. And are we talking an elemental? Are we talking about an elemental, Jennifer Vaughn? Because that's possible. We're talking about something driven by earth energy. That's possible, yes. Yeah, that's possible. Maybe it's time for a little separation. Maybe it's time for a little, vacation. All right, I'm going to pull on Allie Rosebrock, you guys. Allie is an extremely, extremely gifted animal communicator. I don't know if she's going to step off into doing communication or not. That's totally up to her. But I just love spending time with her, and I haven't seen her in a couple of years, by the way. Just throwing that out there. In person. Okay, hold on.
I'm still eating.
Oh, you're still eating. And I can't even see your face. That is so disturbing.
What?
Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Your internet sucks. You look like something from the circle. Oh my gosh, I think we lost her. Oh, there she is. I don't think it's going to work. Can you do it on your phone?
What?
Damn. I mean, Can I hear? Go ahead and talk for a little bit. Let's see if we can hear you. How about turning your screen off? Okay, try now.
Is that better?
We can hear you a little bit.
Can you hear the dogs?
Oh, I can hear. Without your camera, you have more reception.
Okay.
Okay, we don't get to see your beautiful face. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. I just came in from the barn, so I'm a little frumpy.
Oh, barn frump. It's okay. All
Yeah,
right. So, can everybody hear okay once the camera's off? And there's the dogs. Yes, there's the dogs. So how are you, Allie? How are you doing?
I know that you were talking to somebody specific, Danny, but I'm pretty sure that you were talking to me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That was all about me.
It's kind of a thing that we all need to hear right now. We all have people that think we should live to their expectations, right?
Yes. And it's frustrating.
And we're pig-headed. we're very, very determined in what we want to do. So that's a thing. So what do you want to do? You want to talk to anybody about their animals, or you just want to chit chat?
Oh, I don't care. I mean, if we have animal questions, we can go for it.
Okay. If anybody has a very specific animal question, and I say very specific because we don't want to spend forever picking down to the meat of it here, you guys. A very specific animal question, we can roll with that with Allie, and as she's doing that, we'll keep talking. Yeah. So Allie, what is your Facebook page?
My Facebook page is Lexi Animal Communicator and Healer.
Okay, I'm typing it in.
Where's my typey screen?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Lexi Animal Communicator and Healer. She is she's been doing this for a long time now, believe it or not, Allie, about a decade.
No, really?
Really, really, honey. You were one of my very first students. And so I'm going to tell you how do you connect with animal totems. We actually have a free class on that on Fridays. Amy Hendrick. That's the link right there to get to sign up for the animal totem free shamanic class. I'm just going to tell you the story about Allie because it's just truly amazing. It wowed me in the moment. It still wows me today. She is my very bestest good friend, and I broke my ankle in a mudslide accident in Mexico, which sounds so much worse than it actually is, but it did involve a mudslide of epic proportions, and it come in a glass. So I fell off a step and I broke my ankle in Mexico. And then the very next week we had this great big huge horse expo that we had to go do Reiki sessions at. So we did 3 of them where we did Reiki sessions. We could actually see you pretty good there.
Sorry.
And so Allie was one of my students, and I was like, okay, what I can do, I got permission to hold the mic, and she went into the pen. And Allie was in there doing, just the regular animal Reiki on the animal. And all of a sudden, Allie broke out into animal communication in front of 300 people. I mean, just started it just like that. And it was the most incredible thing to have watched. And as a teacher, I was like,
it was very Dr. Doolittle moment.
I mean, very.
Yeah.
And
I wanted to run out of the pen.
Yeah. The horse's name was?
Well, Fabio, but his actual name is Segway.
Right. And he was a Fjord. He was a Fjord. So interesting, just interesting. Sometimes our stuff starts just like that, right, guys? All of that. It just all of a sudden. Can you see feed at all?
Yeah, I can.
Ooh. Bonus. Okay. Go with it.
Okay, so there was one I was looking at before. Donna wants to know, is Malachi cured from the heartworms? Did the treatment help? The treatment helped. However, I don't think that's really the issue. Because I'm not, his energy is very choppy. But they're saying it's not heartworm. It's not heartworm. It's not heartworm. So maybe look into, it's more of an anxiety that I'm picking up from him, than an actual illness. But it did help. The heartworm treatment helped, but I don't think that's the real issue.
Could it be an arrhythmia from heartworm
Yeah. Um,
that
I'm
brings
getting
anxiety
still
when it
about
happens?
that heart. Yeah, that anxiety, like it's very tight. It's very tight, but I just don't, they're like, it's not heartworm. So I would maybe explore a little bit further into that.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Moving on.
Let's see.
Isn't it fun when you have other people come on and I get to be like the moderator? Moving on.
Moving on. Thank you, Vanna.
Turn the numbers. You can't see that.
Yeah, my feed is jumping so fast.
I know, right?
So I'm not ignoring anybody.
May the odds ever be in your favor.
Oh, great.
She's reading comments, you guys. Just give her a second. It takes a lot. And when she says our feed moves fast, it does. I mean, I can't even tell you how many comments there are right now, but there's probably close to 600 comments. If everybody could share one time, we're going to do the, after she's done, we're going to do the giveaway. So we want to have that little share tag on your feed so that we can give you away something cool.
I am not even going to butcher your name because I'm just not. But the comment says, "Why is my little Chihuahua such a picky eater?"
That's Evan.
He has very sensitive teeth. I'm not sure that it's actually his food per se that he does and doesn't like, but it's more of something on his teeth. Like I get the sensation of when I'm chewing on ice and I left it on the tooth too long before I chewed on it. It's just real sharp.
I get a lot of saliva on chewing.
Yeah. Like yeah, it's not pleasant. It's almost metallic-y. Like
infected tooth?
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I don't like to diagnose.
No.
But I would definitely, it's in the bottom jaw. For certain, it's in the bottom jaw. And he chooses to use one side over the other on his mouth. Left, more left versus right. Yeah, like a lot of saliva, a lot of tongue, like a lot of mashing. And so I don't think it's that he's picky as much as it's something's bothering him while he eats.
We're live, Renee.
Yeah, maybe check into that a little bit.
That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you. Move on. It does have a very saliva feeling, like maybe there's a problem with the tooth or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, moving on.
It really just doesn't taste very good. Kelly Hansen says Bailey Bird, overall health and happiness. That bird just kind of popped out at me. So I'm trying to figure out what her message here is. It was like, hey, me.
Me. Beaver didn't think that was funny.
She should. I keep getting And I don't have birds, and I've never really had birds. So is this a thing that you guys give them string? Like my dog's rope toys? Maybe it's hair. She just shows me like separating the strands, like combing her beak through something.
Yes, we're on with Allie, the animal psychic. You should change your name to that. You should have a page,
God.
Allie, the animal psychic.
Okay. Now we're going too far. Um, um, okay, yes, rope toys. She likes that. It's very calming. It's kind of what she does to trance herself. Is to rake her beak through the strings. And I don't, like I said, I'm not a bird owner. I've never really done. I've had chickens, but I don't pay attention to them.
Not the same thing.
No. That's supposed to be. I don't know. That's supposed to be extremely important to you. That is it a health thing? I don't know. But yes. That's all. That's all she wanted me to tell you is the repetitious movement of raking her beak through the rope.
Self-Reiki.
I have no idea.
Self-Reiki. I just got it. Oh my God, I just got it. That's how slow I can be, Chris Bennett. Self-Reiki. Oh! Okay. All right. Moving on.
Moving on.
Okay. That was good.
That was good. Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Right. Hey,
and you guys can't see me, but I was like staring at the screen blankly, and I'm raking my finger across the palm of my hand, like I don't know.
There's been a rustling in my herd here.
I don't even know where my herd is, and that's concerning.
Oh,
yeah. I hear one chewing on something, and I don't know where the other one is.
Yeah. I miss you.
I know, I miss you too. Okay, Facebook user that just said anything for me.
That's all she can see, you guys. Hold on, let me show you. See? That's it. That's because you're on a group.
That's very frustrating.
It is frustrating. But what's much more frustrating is for Restream not to work.
Oh.
Yeah. I haven't yesterday.
No, today I was having a little meltdown, and I almost called you, and I was like, nope.
Oh, no.
Nope, I'm a big girl. I can handle this. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It'll be good. It's all good. You'll call me later, right?
I don't think I will have to. I think you'll figure it out. You're on your own.
What? Am I going to get a phone call?
No, there's just social media.
Are you kidding? You don't like drama. Okay. So can we go with Heidi, my cat Leon? Anything?
Yeah, if you see people, my comments aren't moving at the moment.
Yeah, this is on YouTube. My cat Leon, anything additional I can do for his health and happiness.
Okay.
I also want to point out that Bradley and Heidi, this is Heidi from that dynamic duo, are going to be on the cruise with us.
Oh, we need to talk about that later. We need to talk about the cruise.
Okay.
I have questions.
Okay. Maybe.
Okay.
Their cat.
The cat. Does he? I get that maybe you already know this. That he doesn't have the best urinary system. Is that true?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Hi, Brenda Springer. When she comments, yes, Linda Winland. No, I don't see you. I just see Linda Winland. Am I showing up? I see Facebook user. I'm waiting for Heidi to type.
That's fine. Yeah, I get that this cat.
They're aware of that.
Okay. So beyond the urinary issues, I don't know if you have tested him for allergies, but he's like, this goes with this, and this goes with this, and this. It's just kind of like a repetitious um, cycle, and he's very itchy, almost a dry skin. So maybe test him for an allergy. Maybe this is not, because I don't think that that the urinary issues are normal. He's like, I just want to be normal. Um, I want to be good. So maybe test him for some allergies, because I really don't think that you have to live with this forever. And I don't think he does either, because some of the issues that he's pointing out are, they coincide with each other.
She says, okay. So could it be something that's in his food that
Yes.
is causing issues? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm
Like
scanning
chicken
his
goes with
home.
itches or
Right. I'm scanning his home, and I'm like, okay, well, do you lay on a blanket and it makes you itchy? And no, I really do get it, an ingested type of irritant to his system.
no, Linda Windland, that didn't work.
So Heidi, I hope that helps. Because I really don't feel like you have to continue to live with this.
She says that's what I was thinking. Food.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah. I'm with you on this, and I don't think that you're gonna have to live with these UTIs and not using the litter box properly.
Right.
I don't know how I knew that, but
okay, awesome. So moving on, do you see Dennis Casey?
No.
Okay. He might be on a different page than you are.
Okay.
Dennis Casey is asking about Bentley and liver. Bentley and liver. My dog, that's Benny. But Dennis Casey has Bentley and liver. Do you need more information than that? Heidi says thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Heidi. Bentley and liver. Like, are we allergic to liver? Like, is it a
Liver
food
issues,
chain or
I'm probably going to say liver issues.
liver issues? Okay.
When you guys ask questions, make sure you're kind of specific, because there's a lot of animals that put off a lot of energy. And if you have multiple animals in the house, it helps pick up. Diana Bradley, I'm seeing you. Are you seeing my post? Just because it shows up, I'm not online here. Yeah, I don't see you yet. I as long as your name's on there, Linda, we're good. Yes, liver issues.
I'm still here. I'm thinking.
No worries. We need to do this like once a week.
We should. You're testing my brain at the moment. Bentley's not very talkative. Honestly, this is probably one that I would need a picture of, because I'm not really sure that this is him, but I'm getting a very chubby dog.
I know. Something chubby, but I get this feeling.
Yeah. Lays around, mopey. I don't know. It's kind of it kind of comes across as a Eeyore-ish. I have to really, like prod him to get something.
Black boxer. It's a black boxer. I was gonna say, I was gonna go, it's a black dog, but I didn't. I am not. I mean, I do animal communication, you guys, but not on the level she does. So I was like, is this up here?
You're right. It's like something around its throat, like a chunky. like
Well, okay, so
but not around a throat. It's like a chubby dewlap, but it's like tight, but it's like
it feels like a very not acid reflux, but a sick moment.
yeah, and I can't really get past that to be like, how's your liver? uh
But the liver would do that. The liver would do that. I can tell you.
almost
I tell you, the liver will do that.
almost like a diabetic feel.
Mhm.
Um yeah, I don't get
I
that he has great health.
I get a
What?
5 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like a
I get a 5 out of 10 on health. When I ask about health, I get a 5 out of 10. Specifically, when I ask about the liver, I get a 5 out of 10. Um, is there been any negative? Has there been any questionable blood work done? Is what I would ask.
yeah, because I mean,
How do you feel about switching foods? I'm asking you, Allie.
you're asking me about switching foods?
Hmm.
Yes, I feel a much smoother um intestinal tract, like a maybe not so
Vomiting.
yeah, and
Not
it
that he's walking
doesn't
around vomiting, but it's just a feeling.
yeah. It's like he can't flush anything out. But
Yeah.
I just don't think it's the liver. It's clearly the liver is part of flushing the body, but I feel like it's a group effort. It's
More
the
than one
whole
thing.
body.
Yeah, more than one thing.
Yeah.
He says maybe teeth.
You can always check there if there's an infection. It definitely, I mean, an infection in the teeth
Feeling
will run the whole body ragged.
kidneys as well.
Yeah, I really
Kidneys.
just get
Thank you, Sunny.
an overall struggle, health struggle.
Yeah.
I can't say one thing versus the other. It's like the domino effect it's showing. It's just if one, it's the other. If it's this, it's that. If it's
Yeah. I honestly I would say if you change feed, it may help a little bit. Go something a little bit less ingredients if you can. That would be just if it was my dog, that's what I would do. I would go to a less ingredient dog food.
mhm.
But and watch you give the dog food from.
Oh yeah, that's a
That
thing.
anyhow.
That's a scary thing.
Awesome. Moving on, let's do one more. You want to do one more?
Sure.
We just changed his food because of the numbers of the liver, and after change, numbers went up. What is it that I used? Honest Kitchen. Honest Kitchen was a really good one. Dog food that had very low potassium and things that would stimulate other issues. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
We can talk cow and pig and horse
Right?
nutrition all day long.
We have been this
I've
far into
agreed
the
in
horse.
that. We can talk about that all day long. I will be honest, Lisa Fry has been through many dogs to unfortunately learn these things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Why do you always get the special dogs?
I don't know.
You're like a rehab center.
Oh, actually, Odin's
Dogs.
pretty good. So I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask about Buford.
Yeah, ask me about Buford.
Dog.
What?
I need him to calm down. It's driving me batshit crazy.
Well, the other day after we talked on the phone and I was like, oh, I can't wait to work on him. And you were like, no. All I seen was like a rocket running through your house.
He doesn't stop.
How did we go from concerned about his movement
Concerned, he was
to
dragging himself around. He had no movement in the back end, Allie.
right?
He had blown the disc out totally. He was paralyzed from the back down and from the mid back down, and he was not going to survive if we were going to put him down.
Well,
Surgery.
perhaps you should look at your master manifesting husband.
You're totally right. Yeah, Buford has been talkative in the background, Deb. He really has. He for anybody that doesn't know Buford, he is our little basset hound, and he has been a hot mess since the surgery. He had to be in quarantine for 2 months. The first month he wasn't allowed to. He was in a little tiny little pen, and then the month after that, he got to go out for several walks a day. Just out to go potty, and then and be out for just a hot minute. But we were still cradling his back end. He couldn't walk, very well. So we were hopeful that it worked, and now he will. Oh no, he moves like a rocket, you guys. A rocket with very draggy, not draggy legs, but laggy. Like you can tell he doesn't have a lot of control in the back end. He'll be running and his back end will go in front of him. I'm like, oh my God, I am not prepared for what happens if this dog goes down. Because I will be very upset, but my husband will be destroyed.
Yes, I really
Mm.
that was my first thing was.
Do you think Buford has some help from the other side? Somebody asks.
Absolutely. 100%.
Okay,
Because
who?
what?
Who?
I
Just describe and I'll tell you who it is.
I can't because he doesn't want you mad at him.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be mad at any of my dogs.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm not talking about a dog.
who is it? Is it Jim? I believe that.
Yeah.
I believe
he shows me
oh my gosh, I think I
coming in front of his stifle area and holding him like he's treading water. And
Brenda, don't worry, he doesn't need physical therapy.
Buford says it makes a huge difference when he doesn't have a Great Dane sit on him.
He's a bully. Don't listen to that.
Yeah, really, honestly, I'm getting a message about Sam is that it's Buford can't leave because Sam isn't in a place for Buford to leave.
He'll fall apart. We took him to the vet, and the vet said he doesn't need physical therapy at all because he really does fly around this house. I mean, you would never, unless you knew, you wouldn't really know. But I buy the whole gym thing. I really do, because I had this conversation with Sam, I think last week, where I bet Jim's taking care of him or something like that. But
that is so funny because he was like, please don't tell her. Please don't tell her. I will be in so much trouble. You don't understand the level.
We used to butt horns, man, Jim and I. But what happens here is Buford goes through the house like a rocket and stirs up Odin, which is why Odin is aging as quickly as he is. He's not able to relax like a Great Dane should and have that downtime where he just lays around like an apartment dog. He is through this house like a rocket as well. So there's nothing quite like having brand new wood floors and having your dog skid across them because they're nuts. But Odin, he's looking at me, you're a good boy. He just can't relax. Buford won't let him.
That is funny.
It's ridiculous. It's like a zoo here, and I only have 2 dogs. It was less of a
I get it. It helps when oh good Lord help me. It helps when Great Dane doesn't sit on him. So he can go fast.
Okay, I'll explain it. It's like having a bunch of toddlers. Oh, it is. We have in the bedroom and in the living room, we have 2 great big huge Great Dane pillows. Beautiful pillows. You guys, best pillows on the market. We've had these pillows for 4 years now, and nobody can tear them apart. Not for lack of trying. And so they're great pillows. But Odin will get up to go get food or come over to the couch for whatever, and Buford will just dart over and get on the pillow. They're the same pillows.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, and then Buford will get up to go because Sam will call him, and then Odin goes and grabs the pillow. It's like our house. It's what our house is.
So why do you think you need new flooring? Just build the whole floor with pillows.
I know. It's hard walking on concrete. We're almost there though. We've got
Wait,
the.
but you could fill it with pillows and you could walk on clouds all day.
I have to get rugs because he's Buford and his click, 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 click. Okay. So I think that's let you want to be part of a giveaway? You want to be part of a giveaway? You can help.
Sure. How do I do this?
Okay, you can even put a number in too because you can't see my numbers. So this is we're just watching. Well, do you want to give? No, I can't do that. You can put your number in. I can't tell you what the number is. Okay. Put socks on Buford. I thought about wrapping his feet. That wrap. Socks makes the situation even worse with him sliding over through the house, and I can't have him sliding because then his back. He has the up. He's got like an 80% chance of re-injury, so that's why he makes me nervous. So that's the lab we're giving away, you guys. The rules are behind. The rules are not behind me because you can't see them. So I'm going to read them. You must be a sharer.
Am I supposed to pick a number?
No. I have a number already picked.
Okay.
You can only pick one number. That's why I give you a wide number range. No picking yet, guys. No picking yet. You don't know the number range. The first person to guess the number or the person that guessed closest without going over on my feed, which is the important feed, is the one that wins. Winner has 24 hours to pay for shipping. If you are not if you do not have a profile or you've never purchased from us before, you need to go to ourmysticalcrystals.com and fill out a profile, go to log in and do a new profile. I will not search for you because I don't do that anymore. I used to spend hours searching for people on Facebook, matching up faces. I just don't do that anymore. Oh, it's a pain. So you got to have a profile. So what I'm going to do is find my little alarm clock thingy. Here it is. I don't have my phone with me, so it doesn't really matter anyways. So I have my alarm clock. Everybody's like, ready. We're ready. And everybody's been waiting for me to stop talking is what it is. I have a number. Okay. I have a number. And I think we need to set this up more often, Allie. I really, really do. So I have a number. I'm going to press start. The person that gets closest without going over or hits it on the money first is the one that wins. Okay, ready? Start. The number you will search for is between 600 and 700. Between 600 and 700, you guys, you have a minute. Between 600 and 700, Sam's going to have a fit if he figures out that I'm giving away his Laboradite. It all comes from our stock from the crystal sales show. So I'm like, look, it's pretty. I like it. So between 600 and 700, you guys, between 600 and 700. And you have, did you guess a number, Allie? You can guess.
Did I guess a number? Okay, I'm guessing a number.
You have 25 seconds left, you guys, between 600 and 700. Only one. If you pick more than one number, you are disqualified. Only one number. It's very clear. Only one number.
Do you want me to tell you my number?
You got to do it. You got 2 seconds.
Wait, how did I get my number on there?
Oh, you probably can't do it then. Okay.
Type in the comments.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just see if I was close.
Here we go. I will show you guys the number. The number is 692. 692. So I shall scroll up here and see where we are at. We have 40.
There's a 699.
Too high. It has to be below 692 without going over. I have 6. Okay, it has to be in there.
There's 689 with Cindy Barrell.
This hurts my brain. This part hurts my brain. Everybody's like 666. Oh, wait. So far. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Multiple guesses do not get counted.
We have some people that don't follow rules.
Yeah, that is the truth. Yep, I think that is probably, that is, I think that is it, you guys. Cindy Varell with 689. Cindy Varell with 689 today.
Way to go, Cindy.
There you go, Cindy. Right? Wins the lab point. Wins the lab point. Nice flashy piece too. Nice flashy piece. Much prettier in person. Much prettier in person. I see. We are fun people, Samara. We are a fun people. We have a wonderful, wonderful group of people. This is my 5-minute coffee chat.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
It's not going very well. I mean, I never am on for 5 minutes. It doesn't go very well at all. Cindy Farrell. Hi, Coretta. Hi, Coretta. All right. So you guys, I want to say thank you to Allie for getting on and doing some pet readings today. That was a lot of fun. I think we should do this like once a week because you're going to have lots of downtime now, right?
Yes, lots of downtime, and I would love to fill it with readings or healings.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. So we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about some other things today too.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Phone call as soon as I get off here.
Okay.
All right. Everybody have a great day. Congratulations. Cindy Varell.
Bye, guys.
Everybody have a wonderful afternoon. Thank you, Allie, for being on, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye.